Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today. And it's been a while since I watched a Dead Meat video. Actually, when was the last one? What was the last one? Actually, I don't remember. What did I watch, that Mousetrap or something like that? Or whatever. Was it Mousetrap? Or did I watch that myself? Did I react to that? Go, someone look it up. I could do it myself. But, you know, like, audience participation or whatever. So anyway, let's get to it. This is Terrifier 3. It's a movie I've actually seen. I did a full reaction if you want to check it out. No one did, but that's fine. I got a plate of fries. I was cooking those, so I was like, you know what? Let's watch while eating, because I don't care. You think I care? I don't. Anyway, let's get to it. Link in the description. Those are good. Oh, those are so good. Anyway, let's get to it. What? All right, whatever. Let's go. Don't worry about it. Phone stuff. Don't worry about it. Personal stuff. Anyway, link in the description. 3, 2, 1, play. What's everyone's favorite Terrifier movie, actually? Mine, I think,
Welcome to the kill count, where we tally up the victims and all our favorite
might
horror
still be
movies.
2. I don't know. 3 was
I'm
great,
James
though.
and today we're looking at Terrifier 3,
I don't know.
released in 2024. While the first Terrifier became a cult favorite years after it was made, the second film blew up immediately, grossing $15 million despite an unrated release and a budget of less than $1 million. Terrifier 2 was also a much better movie, with an actual story and an all-time final girl. All that's to say, this threequel had a lot to live up to, and I'd say it succeeds. If you like the second movie, there's no reason not to enjoy this one. It's got more bloody hijinks from Art the Clown, one of the most sadistic killers we've ever seen, played once again by David Howard Thornton. It's also
I need to watch that trailer. I forgot. There's a Screamboat trailer that came out.
Or Sienna Shaw.
Hold on. I got it on my bookmarks. Hold on. I just want to load it up for now. There it is. And you watch this right here. We're not going to watch it during this, but I'll watch it later. All right, there you go. That's it, because it's him. It just reminded me.
Returning Lauren Lavera, Art's kick-ass counterforce, whose mental health has unraveled since the events of the second film. T3 takes place 5 years later, a helpful time jump since Terrifier 2 took place in 2018. It's also an interesting way to look at how the characters are living with trauma half a decade later. Short answer, not great. While the first two films took place during Halloween, Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie.
Here comes Artie Claus, here comes Artie Claus.
It's a fun choice by
always weird hearing him talk while he has the heart.
Director Damien Leone, who also returns as co-producer, editor, and sometimes special effects artist. He continues to hone the franchise, cutting down the second movie's bloat and cluing the audience in a bit more when it comes to
That's why I'm like, I don't know which one I like more, 2 or 3. Oh, I have to think about it.
I mean, it's still confusing, don't get me wrong, but it's starting to take shape, and Leone's already said the fourth and final film will give us the answers. Maybe that movie can have a little more variety, too. Sometimes T3 feels like the second movie with simple substitutions. Sienna's mom and brother are largely replaced by her aunt, uncle, and cousin. Art swaps out his supporting cast, too, replacing the pale girl with Victoria Hayes, who is way more gross.
Yeah, she's way more gross, but I kind of like how weird this shit was.
Didn't the little girl poop all over that laundromat? No, you know what? I think Victoria still takes the crown. These movies are disgusting, and clearly not for everyone. While the acting continues to improve, and downright impresses me sometimes, this cast is great, the story and characters are still pretty much in service to the special effects. You might scoff at that, and that's fine. Exploitation films and
not Human Centipede. What an embarrassing movie for those actors. Especially the third one. The third one's really embarrassing.
Scoff at that, and that's fine. But exploitation films and grindhouse movies have always existed. We need them to find what the boundaries of good taste are by sometimes towing into bad taste. I don't like everything I see here, but without subversive work, we risk media becoming homogenized. And that's not fun at all. I think of this series as the gore porn version of John Waters or Frank Henenlotter work. It's gross and offensive, but I don't think it's really hurting anyone, you know? It's just fun to watch.
John Waters is actually a good
like us. And of course, extra sick fucks can enjoy the uncensored gore over at our Patreon for only
this is gonna be a censored version.
As always, I hate doing it, but videos like this are the tentpoles.
Gotta do it.
We've got to play by YouTube.
All that editing, there's no way.
To keep the algorithm happy and this video monetized, even if we do have a sponsor. Speaking of which, you know what's crazy? I've spent years struggling to find a film.
I was crazy once.
Seriously, I only just got set up with one. It probably took me so long because I wasn't using today's sponsor, ZocDoc. I don't have to tell you finding a doctor
Zotbot?
And there are so many that you have to find. From general practitioners, to dentists, to dermatologists, to therapists. ENQUIRIES, I mean, the list goes on, but that's where ZocDoc comes in. It's a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment from their 100,000 plus doctors across all kinds of specialties.
Seems
of course,
useful.
finding doctors isn't the only issue, right? Because then there's the wait to actually be seen. I know so many people who have had to go months and months before being able to have ongoing issues addressed. But not only does ZocDoc show you actual appointment openings, it shows many that are available within 24 to 72 hours. So whatever kind of doctor you need, you can stop putting off those appointments by going to ZocDoc.com/killcount to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZOC.
Yeah, this is kind of funny thinking about. I have a life-threatening illness. Let me use the promo code KILLCOUnt.
DOC.com/killcount. ZocDoc.com/killcount. What kind of jingle hell will Santa Claus
we're watching
unleash
Terrifier kill count. You know, dark humor.
when he comes to town? Let's find out and get to the kills.
Yes, sir.
The movie begins
Glorified
on Christmas Eve,
recap of the
creature
story.
is stirring.
There's someone
Hey,
on the roof.
this is not AI. Yo, this intro was
Some guy on the
great.
roof, I guess. Jennifer puts her daughter Jules back
So
to bed
good.
and
Well, I just dropped a fry. You didn't see shit.
leaves some milk and cookies out for old Santa Claus. But it ain't Big Red who pays a visit that night. I mean, for one, he ain't husky enough. This mean one's holiday haul includes a hatchet. Oh no. And Jules watches as he heads upstairs to deliver that gift to her brother. But we just saw Timmy. And, you know, he's just a kid.
He's
so
just kidding. He ain't gonna get brutally fucking murdered.
I told you to stay out of my room.
Shut up.
Okay, never mind. Doesn't stop a thwack attack. In fact, 7 thwacks of increasing squishiness
We
take
don't
that
see
kid
it,
out
to be
on
fair.
screen. Creator Damien Leone knew art wouldn't hesitate at kitty carnage, but thought showing it on screen would be
Dullest chainsaw is gonna go to the kid. Show the kid getting fucking ganked,
one
bro.
step
Let's see
too
it.
far.
I don't think any subject is too taboo to tackle, but I think if I decide that I am going to tackle it, then I have to be somewhat sensitive in regards to the execution, or making sure that the execution of such a topic is remains tolerable.
Frank
Now,
Darabont didn't give a shit in the Blob remake. He was like, show that kid melting. I don't give a fuck.
10 bits later,
Watch-
strewn all over his room.
Yeah.
Next up on Father
You
Kilmus'
see the
list is dear old
remains.
dad. While he's sleeping, Art hacks into him. Papa gets even more thwacks than his kid. Can't call him whack for lack of thwacks. In fact, Art fully thwacks off his head. That's thwacktastic. All that tally thwacking wakes Jennifer up, and she starts screaming in earnest.
Yes.
Damn, she's good at screaming.
Dumbass. Yeah, she is pretty good at
I mean, I'm sure
screaming.
it helps when Art Torrance is busting through the bathroom door. Here's Cloudy.
Art
Jennifer's
Torrance.
played by Chrissy Fox, who's actually a really good friend of ours. She's a great actress
Sick.
and producer of indie horror films alongside her
Wow,
husband,
you have
Spider
friends.
They
Cool.
recently made Little Bites, which features a quick cameo from Chelsea and me, playing parents to Chrissy's real-life daughter. Jennifer faces the trauma of seeing her young son in pieces before Art catches up to her and plants his axe head in her back, and then her stomach. As always, Art relishes the moment before lining up his shot and getting to the
What a
serious
goofy
part.
little guy.
He dismembers her completely while laughing at her, the little scamp. He finally puts her out of her misery by cleaving her
That wacky guy.
head in two. As
Art,
O'Connor
that
faithful
wacky,
please, Art has a
wacky
snack
boy.
and even does the dishes.
Aw,
that's
what a
But on his
nice
way
guy.
out, he hears a stirring. It's Jules hiding in a cupboard, and Art's a little too happy to see her. Realistically, I think Art probably kills her.
Yeah, but we
don't
didn't
know
see
for
it.
sure because he's thankfully interrupted by a tunnel car.
Yeah.
I won't count Jules in case she ever comes back for revenge or something, but yeah, I know it's unlikely. Pretty sure Art's standards are lower than Michael Myers, who wouldn't kill a baby, and Chucky, who at least had a quorum to discuss the issue.
Well, let's just say nobody under the age of 5 or 6. Fair enough?
We jump back in time 5 years to the aftermath of Terrifier 2.
So we'd have no problem with those kids. Those kids were definitely a little older than that. Well, the girl might have been 6. The brother, I don't know.
Comes across Art's freshly decapitated corpse, so I guess this place is supposed to be the Terrifier from Terrifier 2? In
Yeah.
any case, the clown still got
I
some
was-
kick in him, and his headless corpse strangles Officer Evans, who valiantly shoots him a few times. It cuts away, but the cops kill his
I was actually kind of confused. I couldn't remember she just decapitates him.
confirmed when we see Art get on the subway sporting his head, looking like a Spirit Halloween mask left out in the
Jeepers
sun
Creepers
too long.
shit.
Don't
I know-
worry, Pigeon Lady, nothing
I know
to
he
see here.
ain't gonna
Art's
reference that
destination-
considering the director is a fucking pervert pedophile guy.
It's the last place we saw on T2, the mental hospital where Chris Jericho
I like
plays
the
a guard.
movies.
Drink
The first
it in,
two.
man. A Scream takes Burt to check on Victoria Hayes, where he finds
Very upset that I waited for more Chris Jericho because he's barely in the second one, just for him to be killed almost instantly.
God, what the fuck? What? I can't even take in what's happening here. They're suckling and slurping
he's sucking
and biting.
What?
Oh man, it's
What's
real
wrong?
Kind of makes me want to puke. Jericho
No.
too. If you recall,
whatever.
Terrifier 2 ended with Victoria giving birth to Art's severed head. That abominable act of nature was discovered by a nurse who is now seen
I didn't forget that.
killed. Art's head is feasting on the poor woman's face, and he's digesting it into Victoria's mouth.
Yep.
Maybe.
That's exactly
I hate it. Whatever the fuck.
I didn't understand what was happening the first time, too. I was just like, is she just sucking or eating? I was like, what?
The rest of Art's body joins them and distracts Burke, who gets stopped and dropped like the walls of Jericho. The villains grip into
Yeah,
his
we didn't even get to see him do, like, one wrestling move. Like, what the fuck, bro? Not one fucking Walls of Jericho, not one fucking, what was it, the Code Breaker? What the fuck?
face and pry it
Bullshit.
open top to bottom.
Oh,
My
shit.
God. He will never, ever look the same again. For this guild, they used a fake Jericho head, or sorry, kayfabe Jericho head, whose
Fake
jaw was
Jericho head.
scored so it could be ripped off.
I think it would be cool if he pulls it off and it's like kind of like hanging by, and then she like pulls the whole thing.
that'd be
Oh
sick.
man, that is some thick chocolate syrup looking blood right now. All that murder has made a mess of Art's outfit, so it's a good thing a clean
That's
cut
the first time I've
cosplayer
seen Chris Jericho bloody in the last couple of months. I just watched Elimination Chamber from like 2008.
joins their train car.
I was gonna do the blood thing too, but I was just worried about the cleanup.
The next time we see Art, he's rocking the dude's duds. And based on his track record,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
guessing
the-
he didn't politely ask for them.
Yeah.
Art and Victoria find an abandoned house to make an abandoned home. She makes friends with her ratty
Such a good
roommate.
idea on how to get somebody their costume again, just in case they didn't have it anymore. Just a cosplayer.
It's before praising her new look in the mirror.
He used to be so hot. Now no one's gonna fuck you.
She doesn't like it. Victoria settles in for tubby time, while Art takes a seat in the attic. They go into hibernation, a quick and simple way to explain their whereabouts for that 5-year time jump. Bringing Victoria back was important to Leone, who said his biggest regret about the first film was not fleshing out her character. Hate to tell you, dude, but I think you failed again. She's still missing way too much skin. In present day,
I was gonna make the same joke.
2023,
Saw myself because I knew he was about to just
the Shaw is
fucking.
being released from a recovery center. Its staff includes a cameo from Marie Macer, who appeared in the original Terrifier
Oh,
show.
the
Sienna's
little
been
short?
getting help
Okay.
after everything she went through. You know, the whole thing where her mom and all her friends got murdered. Oh, and also...
I will say, it goes like a decapitation being something you forget in a movie goes to show you how fucking violent and awesome a movie can be. Where I forgot that that's what happened with or they got decapitated. It's such a simple death for somebody. But I guess to be fair, the mother got decapitated in a way. I guess, you know, her head fucking completely blew off. But, you
got
know.
murdered herself too, kinda? Yeah, that was a rough Halloween. Thank God it's high time for Yuletide, and she'll be spending the holidays with her Aunt Jess and Uncle Greg. It's a welcome change of pace from her yelly mom, especially since she's got a sweet relationship with her cousin Gabby. The two unpack her stuff, but when Gabby finds her diary, she starts asking awkward questions.
What's the clown cafe?
Ah, man, kid, there was like a song and like a blowtorch.
It was kind of fun. It was a
Messed up
Tommy
place,
gun.
okay? Santa has a photo-induced
Good
flashback
times.
to a conversation with her late father,
Yeah,
Michael.
Jason
You only drug boys.
Patrick, right?
Boys, boys, boys.
That's not true. I drug girls all the time. That is a girl right there. Look at that.
Wait, Kid Sienna looks too much like Gabby, except she's got bangs. Kinda like her aunt, another brunette with bangs. It's starting to feel like Malignant up in this bitch.
Oh,
I mean, I know
no.
Dave casts a certain type, but we can switch up the dudes every once in a while, you know? Michael promises to sketch his daughter a
Whatever.
proper heroine, and you can tell she really looks up to him. This is our first time seeing Sienna and Jonathan's dad in the flesh, though he was frequently mentioned in the last film. Remember, his notebook had drawings of Art and Sienna's Final Girl armor. Here, he's played by Jason Patrick, last seen on the kill count as a different Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, that one. As Sienna finishes settling in, a demo crew pulls up to that abandoned house from earlier. Veteran employee Jackson tries to spook newbie Dennis, but this guy's
Got
seen
his
his
ass.
share of scary movies.
Ketchup. Just like my mom puts on her spaghetti, baby.
The two split up to search the house. Jackson finds
I
Victoria.
need to do a
with,
rewatch of the scary movie. The first three. I'm good with the other ones.
Pub girl, except maybe not as gross. I don't know. It's a real toss-up there.
I
Don't
don't
Google
know.
that.
He's actually probably not as...
Returning actress Samantha Scafidi
Wait,
goes
hold
to
on.
search the house. Jackson finds Victoria looking like Tub Girl, except maybe not as gross.
I'm not looking that up.
I don't know. It's a real
I'm eating,
toss-up.
alright?
Don't Google that. Props to returning actress Samantha Scafidi for coming back for all this shit. Jackson goes in for a closer look.
She's like, yeah,
springs
cover
back
me
to
in
life,
shit
stabbing
and
him to death
blood. I
with a
don't give a
shard of
fuck.
mirror. Pretty bad luck, but the gnarlier death is reserved for Dennis.
Yeah, I'm
who
about to say,
finds
that's
Art
probably the weak... That's going to be the dull chainsaw.
in the attic doing a Black Christmas
The
reference.
dull, whatever
Always
it's called.
love to see
Buzzsaw,
it.
whatever
The
the
clown
fuck it's
comes
called.
back to life and chucks Dennis aside, then pins down one of his hands before biting the fingers off the other one.
This one's really
Victoria.
good. This might be my favorite one, if I remember.
Dude, honestly, I can't even describe to you what she's doing.
Yeah, you can. She's fucking...
And consider that.
She's fit. She's fit. She's...
means it's way worse than this. Art caps off the kill by giving Dennis a box cutter haircut before freaking unpeeling his face like a banana. Holy fucking shit, man. You know, you never get used to
So
Gory.
good.
We only handled most of the previous movies,
Oh.
but Terrifier 3's increased budget meant they got to hire a dedicated team of artists. A lot of the gore was done by Tinsley
Artists.
Studio under Christian Tinsley. He's a special effects pro who's worked on everything from Westworld to Renfield to No Country for Old Men. Tinsley
Oh, wow.
also received an Oscar nom for his work on
Nice.
another torture porn film, The Passion of the Christ.
Oh.
For Terrifier 3, they resculpted Art's prosthetics based on a mold of David Howard Thornton's
Sick.
face. This differed from the first two movies, where I guess they were still using a mold made from the original Art actor, the one from the projects that don't really get talked about anymore.
Wait, really?
The custom face pieces allowed Thornton a wider range of expressions, while Art's jumping
Okay.
right back into
Wow.
it. Sienna
All right.
is having a harder time
She's
readjusting
using
to
the old
civilian
actor and
life.
still.
Sure,
I guess,
Gary
but I guess if it worked the first time, then just keep it for the second one. That's weird.
thinks of her scars like Marge Simpson thinks of potatoes.
I just think they're cool.
But she can't even have a nice family dinner without a trauma interruption. It's a hallucination of her friend Brooke from the last film, blaming Sienna for her death. Man, she is bubbling and babbling blood like a blasted brook. Oh, hey, that's her name. I get it now. Brooke.
Switch her name to bitch.
Sienna leaves dinner for...
Dude, remember when she fucking drugs her with what was it, like acid or PCP or something?
drug dessert and calls her brother Jonathan, who's like
Wait, isn't it? Whatever.
college freshman now. They grow up so fast. He's actually a big reason Terrifier 3 has
I
that
got some on my
5-year
teeth.
time jump. Leone wanted to account
Oh, really?
for how much older actor Elliot Fullman looked. Like his character, Fullman's also had a busy 5 years, making music on his YouTube channel,
sick.
Little Punk People. He started it way back in 2012, doing interviews
Oh,
with
yeah.
horror actors and musicians.
Oh, nice.
Awesome work, man. Sorry for joking about your neck in the last kill count.
No, you got a big ass neck.
Jonathan's roommate Cole is a
He
pretty
looks like
cool
that
guy.
one Jedi guy from the. Never mind.
But his true crime podcast
If you're a big Star Wars fan, I'm sure you immediately know who.
girlfriend Mia is substantially less chill.
I seriously know, like, everything about you.
Hold on.
Everything online, at least. I've been following you for years, and dude, you're a legend. You survived Art the Clown.
Just like Sam Carpenter in Scream 6, Sienna's the subject of internet conspiracies that pin her as the culprit behind the Miles County Massacre.
If Jonathan Shaw hadn't testified on his sister's behalf, she'd probably be serving a life sentence right now.
That's a cameo from comedian Annie Letterman, who previously interviewed Leone for Terrifier 2.
I've gotten confirmation I will be in the third.
You got confirmation?
Well, I keep being told in front of cameras.
Art's living up to his
Yeah.
name with some him
She
and
was.
crafts,
So there
creating
you
a
go.
liquid nitrogen spray tank that he tests on a rat.
Poor little guy.
Ratsicle. And
Yeah,
it's
Ratsicle.
meat flavored.
Yum,
now,
yum.
now with extra meat. He takes his invention to a bar full of festive patrons.
Can I join the Mile High Club? Oh my god.
Yeah, what's his name?
I'd fuck you.
Yeah.
Mrs. Thorne
I'd fuck you.
would shank me in
Clint
my
Howard. And then what's his name? He's in a bunch of Rob Zombie movies and shit.
My wife's dead.
Art bowls the girls over on his way inside.
My
They don't
wife's
realize
dead.
it, but they're probably the luckiest people in this franchise. Art
Probably.
shows childlike excitement over this mall Santa, who plays along and swears he's the real deal.
Hey, come on over.
That's me. That's me. Guilty as charged.
Though
You
bartender
got me.
Eddie is suspicious, Santa and his buddy Smokey treat Art real nice. They call him Clowny and even buy him a drink, T-Pain style.
It's Clowny Claus.
Yes, it is. And Clowny Claus was in fact the iteration of Art that competed in this year's Horror Royal Rumble,
okay.
which no, I will never stop plugging, because if you've actually watched it, then you understand how great it is. Thornton
Yeah.
is-
Oh no, there's
I will never stop.
Who got
plugging,
eliminated?
Because if you've actually watched it, then you
I can't tell who that is.
understand how great it is. Thornton is
I need to watch that.
this was
I do that all the time. I used to do that with friends all the time, where we just create characters and then put them in the Royal Rumble and stuff. I'm so glad you could download them now. I don't need to do it anymore. By the way, I'm definitely doing that when 2K25 comes out. I'm going to download everybody I can. That will be funny to have in a Royal Rumble and see who wins. That'll be a fun stream.
His favorite week on set, and it's probably my favorite scene in the movie. That's largely thanks to the performers.
Yeah,
Two of
everybody
whom are
does
kill
great.
count vets.
Yep.
Santa is played by Daniel Roebuck.
There you go.
Who's been on the show 3 times. He's a part of the Rob Zombie gang. His buddy Smokey is the ice cream man himself, Clint Howard, who is also in another Christmas horror franchise. But while this scene is funny and a lot of fun, it's here to remind you that Art's a mean guy. It's just like the opening scene. Leone didn't want people to find Art cute or cuddly.
I didn't want the audience to be too comfortable with this character. I wanted to make it as if they never met him before and see how creepy I can make him again and how disturbing and how unpredictable, and really just set a new sort of standard to keep the audience on their toes if possible.
So, despite Santa and Smokey's kindness, Art gets gross in a hurry, spitting up shots and peeing in lamps. Damn, Art, why you gotta be such a Scrooge? Eddie tries to kick him out, but Art resists with old Reliable from his Santa side.
Yep, and bam. I love that.
A shot to the neck for Eddie and one to the head for Smokey. Although he's best known for his torture, Art's never been above a simple gunshot.
Yep, that's true.
Claus is the last man standing.
Fucking the first movie, he's just like, all right, I'm done with this bitch. He just shoots her. I mean, he shoots her alive, but still.
Not fucking die.
Not even in the same business. It's just me and you, remember? It's just me and you. We're in the same business. We make people happy.
That improvised line from Daniel Roebuck doesn't work on Art, so Santa offers up his outfit as a peace offering. That doesn't save Santa either. He gets tied to a chair while Art tries on his new festive digs.
Yeah.
Then he breaks
Gotta
out the
try out my new weapon.
tank for a kill we analyzed in our halftime show with Oz Perkins and freaking Elijah Wood.
That's
Check
cool.
that shit out. I'm telling you, man,
Sounds
we do
sick.
a lot of fun stuff on Dead Meat Presents. Santa attempts to appeal to Art's better nature.
I have a wife, I have a wife and 2 kids.
But Art just responds like Pee-wee mocking
Bro, you didn't see the beginning? I fucking kill kid. I'm
Then
gonna
about when
fuck.
the guy starts naming his grandkids, Art starts blasting his limbs. He goes until they're frozen through, then bashes them with a hammer. He saves the head for last, and after freezing it, like so many forgotten ice cream cartons, he destroys the dude's face like he were Jason X. Oh man, his eye is still moving. Please just let that poor Santa Claus die. Art nabs himself a prize, echoing
Hey,
an
got the
earlier line.
beard? If Santa doesn't have a real beard, he's not a real Santa Claus.
And finally, in classic Art overkill, he caps it all off with a frosty flourish. The next day, Sienna and Gabby go Christmas shopping at the mall. While picking out gifts, a familiar tune starts
Oh my god, this might be... Is this the hardest I laughed in the movie? No, it's not here yet. And yes, I am a horrible human. You know what I'm talking about in the mall. That's later.
Portends the appearance of Art,
a little bit
walking
later.
around in disguise. But Sienna's got that PT Santa D, and maybe smells Art. I'm sure he smells awful. So she
I don't like what he said there. I don't think he thought that one through. Or maybe he did.
Recognizes-
He got that PT Santa D.
has a quick cry and
I get it, PTSD. I'm not fucking... I
Art,
understand.
on the other hand, is just getting started. When the local mall Santa goes on break, Clowny Claus takes over.
Yeah.
Seems to really dig the throne and the job itself.
Hey, Santa's handing out presents!
Yay!
Nothing could go wrong. Actually, it is both
I
sweet
wanted a Fortnite gift card thing. Fucker.
and hilarious
V-Bucks.
seeing
Stupid
Thornton with the
asshole.
kid actors behind the scenes. Art spreads Christmas joy.
What do you mean by that?
Freaking Paul Blart kicks him out of the chair, but he's fine with that. He left behind a very special gift.
What does the kid say again? I'm trying to remember. I hope it's a whatever.
That one human Glen
Say
looking
it.
kid opens.
I wonder what I got.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, this bomb explodes and kills at least 4 people, including 2 kids, alongside a mom and the mall Santa returning from his break. A later news report puts the death toll at 5, so I'll trust it and add 1 more from all those parts we see. A shaken
Oh, I'm a horrible human.
Sienna pays Jonathan a visit at college. They're interrupted by Cole, which is
Oh my god.
fine, until Mia pops in to invite Sienna onto her podcast. It's a great chance for Lauren LeBaron to show us
I probably
how
laughed
fun-
harder there than I did watching the movie because I think I was more proud of myself because I immediately predicted he was going to blow people up. I said that right when he shows up, he had presents of like one of them has a bomb. There's no way it doesn't.
Can't you act like a human being for one
Fucking second!
While Lavera was a co-highlight of Terrifier 2 alongside Thornton, her character hadn't gone through as much, so she mostly had to play simpler shades of sad, scared, and kick-ass.
Sure.
Here, she's got half a decade of trauma in the tank, and she puts it all on display. This woman is a bona fide star, and I promise we will see an impressive career out of her. Jonathan says that he's trying to
I think that a lot for a lot of like horror movie actors and actresses, especially actresses. Like, what's her name? I can't remember her name. She was in the fucking Happy Death Day movies, and I thought she was so great, and she's like in nothing. She was in Boy Kills World. Like, I can't think of anything else she was in the last like couple years. Like, I thought she would fucking blow up. I think it might have been because of that second movie. The second one, like, nobody saw. If there was only that one movie, even though I did like the second one still, I think maybe, like, I don't know.
Angering Sienna to the point where she hits and yells at him. It's reminiscent of their mom and shows how the cycle of abuse can continue in families. Thankfully, Sienna is aware enough to stop that shit right away and instead tries convincing Jonathan with words. His words. She reads him a letter he wrote that sounds like he was trying to DM a campaign by mail.
We have to destroy the little girl before it's too late, Sienna. Destroy her because she's inhuman, a demon.
Back when all this shit first happened, Jonathan did some demonology things. So, settle in for some art lore.
Sometimes demons try to enter our world, only they can't do it alone. They have to choose a vessel. Someone recently deceased who functions as a bridge between worlds.
It's a little confusing, but I think I've got it. And Damien Leone confirmed my summary in our interview. Basically, when we first met Art back in Terrifier 1, he was a mortal man. Your average serial
and then he got
killer.
killed. He shot himself.
Maybe above average, but still.
Above
He was just a
average.
dude who wound up getting killed. So actually, turns out my counting him was legit.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
did. Well, thank
His murder
you.
body
Very
became
nice.
a vessel
Good
for
job.
A demon to inhabit, which happened in the morgue. And the demon is who we watched in Terrifier 2. When this demon comes to exist in a mortal form, so does a counterpart, a force of good in the world, which is Sienna Shaw. She is the chosen one. I get a little more confused when it comes to Victoria Hayes, who Sienna says is also a host for, I guess, the pale girl from the last movie?
Yeah.
Who's, like, a different demon? I'm not sure.
But
Also,
what
how does
was
Sienna
she-
even know
yeah,
Victoria is
alright,
running
sure.
around? Has she been watching this movie too? Confusing lore or not, at least Leone's offering something for people who want more story to dig into.
Here you go.
To fight her nemesis,
Here's our confusing ass lore.
is gonna need her magical
Don't ask
sword
questions.
that was gifted to her by her father.
Just watch the
but
funny
she buried
deaths.
it at the Terrifier ride after using it to cut Art's head off, so she has to go and get it, which she does off screen. Because now all of a sudden,
Yeah, that was so strange. I didn't like that. I said in my reaction too, I'm like, oh, she already got it. All right.
she has it. Gift wrapped, lest any nosy cousins try to take a peek. This beat confused me the first time through,
Yeah.
mostly because we didn't see her retrieve the
They
sword.
must have cut that part out because nothing happened or something.
I'm sad we don't get to see the cool Terrifier
Yeah, it saved on the budget too. You don't have to rebuild that.
setting from part 2.
Actually,
but
wasn't a model or something like that? Like it was actually pretty small and was just shot like that?
maybe they just couldn't shoot at that location again.
Oh,
Jonathan,
no, never mind. I was wrong.
meanwhile, stays behind at
You
school
would've
to
said so.
question his
Yeah, you would've
sanity
said
and
that.
break stuff.
Yeah.
Little does he know,
Feel like a
Mary
freight train.
Prankster just pulled up outside his frat house to wreak some holiday havoc.
Is that the
I
lyric?
love that Art's got a utility van, much like another Killer Santa in Christmas Evil. Art stalks the halls for his prey, but gets waylaid when he overhears Mia and Cole talking about him.
I want to know what it's like to be in the presence of that kind of evil.
I love all of Art's little
You about to find out,
What
bitch.
does he smell like?
He hears Mia glare.
It's one of my least favorite kind of jokes, but it works here. Where it's like, you stink, and then they smell their armpits and they go, ooh.
Praising him for
My least favorite version of that was in Aquaman, which people liked for some reason.
most famous serial killer, so he decides to make her wish come true and make her his next art project. It happens after a shower scene. Forecast, extra steamy. Streamy, too. And I ain't talking about internet awards. I'm talking art. Okay, now you're just playing with it, man. Art pulls a chainsaw from his Mary
No, it's just big. He has to get all of it out, bro.
purse and delivers an amped-up homage to Psycho. He cuts off
What's
a
up, bitch?
hand, leaves him looking like he's saying, "Now listen here, you." He cuts into Cole's leg, which breaks when he tries to step on it. Oh God! That leaves Art free to go absolutely ham on
Yes.
Mia. He carves her
Literally,
up and even
carves
takes
the
off some of her
PG.
scalp. Then he just
Oh, no, not her scalp.
slams that chainsaw over and over into her face.
Evil
He gives her
bitch, what's
what
up?
She thought she
You
wanted.
wanted it,
Close
yeah.
encounter with the Miles County Clown. Then he gives her some shades and
There
finally
you go,
kills her by
nice.
chopping her in half. Man, it's hard to know where to start and stop these skill graphics sometimes. You're so
Yeah,
extra,
we're not done yet.
Art.
We're not
Art
done
turns his
yet.
attention back to Cole. Let's go ahead and just rip that leg off, shall we?
There you
In
go.
a gender-bent version of Dawn's
Yep.
infamous death from the
Yep.
original, Art rams into Cole's
Which
belly,
I'm sure nobody would have a problem with this one.
slitting him open.
Yes! Kill him like that! Right through his balls and asshole! Yes! I'm sure that was somebody.
Hip to top.
And then they watched the first one like, oh my god, this is sick.
Bonus, he messes up his face and limbs, because, you know, why the hell not? And here we have it, folks. This movie's big climactic showcase kill.
I still like I really, and well, when I say like, I don't really like it, but when it comes to the most grotesque and like, what the fuck, I think the peeling the face off while, Victoria's, doing the thing.
Top of the obvious psycho influence.
He's right. I don't really want to explain which.
This close quarters chainsaw scene was also an homage to Scarface.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well
sure,
as a scene from the American Psycho book. Art celebrates by making a blood angel on
never
the
read
floor. Damn, man, in a
He
communal
does have a chainsaw in the movies.
shower, you're gonna get a staph infection. The whole scene is set to "It's a Terrifier Christmas," an original carol composed for the film by John and Al Kaplan, who also made Silence the Musical, which, yes, is a musical version of Silence of the Lambs. Back at the Shaw home, festivities are underway. The holiday cheer dries
I always want to watch the Reanimator musical. Obviously, I don't think they do it anymore, but
thanks to a very official-looking news broadcast about the mall bombing. Since Greg doesn't know how to channel surf, Sienna watches long enough to see the Savini cameo. Really freaks her out. Maybe she had a pet snake. She starts shouting about Art the Clown, but her traumatic past leads her family to dismiss her claims. Still, to ease her mind, Greg agrees to go pick up Jonathan. But by the time he gets there, J-Man is sounding a little different.
Jonathan, can you hear me?
I'll be right there.
Maybe he's sick. Jess puts Sienna down for a nap, where she has another flashback to that scene with her dad. In it, we see Michael present the lady character he promised her. It's an angel warrior with a flaming sword. Thankfully, not the chariot of eyes kind of angel. When he tries to hand the painting over, he has a vision of his daughter's future trauma. And, maybe it opened him up to some kind of possession or something? Because we know thanks to Brooke that by the end of his life, he became abusive. But that also could have just been mental illness. Sienna suddenly finds herself in a fiery void, where a chained-up demon is...
Oh yeah, this was like, what the fuck?
Forging her armor in a little gimp suit. And that guy's chained up by a sentient Virgin Mary statue? What? I don't know.
My guess is that's her father.
Little gimp suit. And that guy's chained up by a sentient Virgin Mary statue? What? I don't know what's going on.
He's in hell.
On here, but it's metal as hell. Feels like something out of Mandy, which is a huge compliment. This
Definitely.
demonic vision was done
Mandy.
by effects artist Jason Baker and his team at Colossum Studios, whose work we've covered before with the Black Phone. They
The mask and black phone's so good.
the Virgin Mary costume
Love all those
out of
masks.
resin to give it a statuesque appearance, and also developed various weapons for the movie, like Art's chainsaw and his liquid nitrogen dispenser, dubbed the Freezomatic 3000. Sienna wakes up in the middle of the night and overhears a conversation between her aunt and uncle.
You know what I think we should do to Sienna? I think we should go upstairs and smother her in her sleep.
Yeah, we should fucking smother that bitch.
Then we'd be free.
Turns out it's not really that.
Oh, no, really?
It's a killer impression by Victoria.
Hello?
The real Uncle Greg has been turned into a nativity nightmare by Art. Hate to see it.
I hate to see it.
Sienna Sidney Prescott's
Not very good.
ass, but
I don't like it. That's not great.
then takes a Jill Roberts by God. Put a period
By
on her
God.
and knocks her
Jill
out with a
Roberts.
mallet. She wakes up tied to a chair across from her Aunt Jess. Art and Victoria have made themselves at home, adorning the tree with Greg's remaining remains. The only person missing is Gabby, and Art's
where's Gabby?
a little too happy about that present on the table. He unwraps it to reveal a rat-infested skinless skull, which Victoria tells Jess are the remains of her daughter. Well, that's not a very good Christmas gift.
That's not
Thrashing
nice.
around in the
Yeah,
chair
what
for
the
this
fuck, bro?
scene took a toll on Lavera's body. She kept breaking out of her restraints, and even broke the chair at one point. She also injured her foot when she stepped on a glass ornament that had broken on the floor.
Oh,
Yippee-ki-yay
no.
for real.
Ow.
The trooper,
Yeah,
Art gets
yippee-ki-yay.
ready to work his magic on Aunt Jess, leaving her with only enough
Now I
time
have a machine gun.
to say she loves
Ho, ho, ho.
Sienna and to give her final wish.
Kill them both.
Okay.
Make them suffer.
With that, Art shoves a tube down
Yeah.
her throat.
This one's up there though. I will say this one's pretty at his fucking face right now.
hammers it in deep.
Reaction
Victoria
channel.
proceeds
Face
to
right
load it
there.
up with rats, and with some blowtorch encouragement, has them
Yeah.
crawl down into Jess's throat. What is this movie, dude? A final throat
What is
slit
this
lets
movie?
the furry friends run free, finishing off this modern spin on a medieval classic.
Yeah.
I love the old school method of rubber rats on a fishing line they used to achieve this kill. With Sienna sufficiently traumatized, Victoria taunts her and says that she's no savior. But wait, then she gives her JC's crown. Gotta say, Vic,
Yeah,
giving
huh?
mixed signals with the symbolism. Victoria, or rather the demon inside Victoria, intends on breaking Sienna down enough for her to use as a new
Very
host.
confusing.
You know, one that still has a face. To help in that regard, she brings in a special guest. It's Gabby, who's revealed to
Yay!
be alive and well. They're alive. But hey, look on the bright side. That isn't Gabby's head.
Yeah, so it's probably nobody. That's probably the Santa Claus guy. Yeah, that's probably the Santa guy. He just took his skull. It's definitely nobody else.
Head on the table. They just wanted her mom to think that before brutally murdering her. It's
Yeah.
okay. Wait. You know, I can see why
Wait a
this
minute.
was the scene Thornton had the most trouble with. He just felt so bad for what Aunt Jess had to go through. If Gabby's still alive,
Felt so
we're left
bad.
wondering who the hell's head that is.
Like you said, he felt so bad. He's laughing his ass off.
You soon. Love you.
We quickly learned it belongs to Jonathan, who was evidently
I guess.
killed off screen. You know, I almost didn't count this one.
Yeah,
I've been burned
I
too many
still, yeah, I don't know, bro. It's so weird. You don't even like. I get not showing his death if you don't want to show his death, but like, I feel like they should have at least showed like Art like burst through the room or something, and then cut, and then this, you know.
times by fake out deaths.
I mean, they show him. I'm trying to remember what happened. Were they outside his room or something, or outside his dorm or something? Maybe I can't remember
The
now.
way Leone's talked about it in interviews, it seems like it's gonna stick. He said there wasn't room to show the kill after the crazy shower sequence, and that he didn't want to see such a likable character get
Well,
played
they should have did what I said, like kick down the door or whatever.
to rats. Fair enough. With most of her family decimated, Sienna should be broken enough for Victoria.
Everything you love is gone. There is no hope. There is no God.
But despite some thriller eyes, Sienna ain't gonna surrender. Man, those eyes look cool though. Yeah, seriously,
Yeah,
love
those do
that
look
effect.
cool.
Victoria goes to kill Gabby, but the teenager tricks her into letting Sienna have a final gift, the one she saw her cousin hiding earlier. The killers go along with it because, I mean, why not?
Why
Tis the
not?
season, after all.
Tis
I
the
love the way
season.
Victoria tosses the gift at Sienna. This movie's full of dark humor like that, including the many moments Art walks by Sienna and casually smacks the back of her head. After Art bashes Sienna's hands in, she opens her gift.
Fucking
She
asshole.
likes it.
Best gift ever.
Oh my
She
god!
does! With Art's throat spewing blood, Sienna chest chucks the sword into Victoria.
Oh, damn.
With a badass one-liner.
Tell me how this tastes.
She stabs Victoria in the
Yeah,
mouth
there you
before
go.
slicing her
Hell
head
yeah.
clean off.
Woo!
That all might be enough for the secondary villain, but there's still the main event to contend with. Art retrieves his chainsaw to duke it out
It's
in
so
the kitchen.
sick.
They disarm each other of their weapons.
Sword versus
Art wipes her to
chainsaw.
the side and body slams her into the ground.
Oh,
Vera
shit.
nearly gives Sienna a Texas chainsaw
I
makeup.
didn't realize Art got to do a fucking wrestling move, but Chris Jericho didn't. What the fuck?
But a fistful of his juggling balls
Oh!
let her go. Art recovers.
We know
but gets
he got a dick when he was swinging it.
It's all stuck in a table, so he resorts to trying to
That's
smother
kinda like Die Hard
Sienna
also.
in her uncle's guts.
Except with,
in
it
addition
wasn't
to the
chainsaw, it was a gun, boy.
smashing table stunts, this is one of the few shots that uses Lavera's stunt double Jenna Hellmuth,
Oh,
who
really?
also doubled her for a few shots in Terrifier
Right, yeah,
2.
yeah, yeah.
Lavera always wants to do her own stunts,
That
but
makes sense.
production didn't want to risk her busting her face
Yeah,
open
and then
on the
having
hole
to be-
inside this fake cadaver. Lavera and
Oh, wow.
Hellmuth worked with stunt coordinator Drew Leary for this fight, which also features Bobby McFarlane as Thornton's double for shots that weren't close-ups of
That's pretty close, actually.
Art's face.
I mean, I could tell it is a credit to the makeup and to David Howard Thornton, where I could tell. Wait a minute, which one's which? No, I'm pretty sure it's him on the right. Oh, you didn't blur that out. Demonetized.
Sienna manages to get her sword and prepares to make Art a full bob wall decoration. Unfortunately, this whole time, Victoria's head has been melting away, looking like a science fair volcano.
the
Must be
gate of
filled
hell.
with xenomorph blood, because it's eaten through the flour. Now, Art's seen the better days. He's killed people with many blades, but the bottom drops out beneath Gabby, sending her down towards a portal into hell. Sienna lets Art go to save her cousin, reaching down with, the sword. Maybe you want to get a fire poker or so. Oh, okay, she's doing it. Sienna gives an impressive effort, but But, like, I mean...
Oh, well, that's the one that made me grimace more.
She's holding on to a sword blade. Gabby falls and the portal disappears behind her.
Bye.
And great. Now Art's vanished too, out into that cold winter night. As Sienna mourns her losses, she discovers her wounds have begun Wolverine healing on their own. With the sequel set up, Sienna vows to rescue her cousin from hell. The movie heads to a bus stop where we catch up with Art. The late night bus is driven by Phil Falcone, who produced all 3 Terrifier films, as well as helped with effects and did a whole bunch of other stuff on set. These are super indie, remember? He's driving a bibliophilic passenger whose book The Ninth Circle refers to the short film where Art made his debut. But he wasn't played by Thornton there, so it feels weird to count it as canon. The bus driver, for some reason, lets Art aboard, and the movie ends with Art squeaking his creepy clown horn. How many chestnuts roasted on this open Terrifier?
I fucking let him in. It's a great question. What? What's there?
This?
Is it a decapitated head? Oh.
Who's this?
It's you.
Chelsea?
No, it's you.
Chelsea!
Imagine holding your own skull. That'd be sick.
What?
It's right there, dumbass.
I'm sorry, I thought this was you.
Oh.
No, that's what's his name? What's his? Oh,
I know
yeah,
who that is.
I forgot his name. Oh, all right, that's fine. What's your name?
It's Zoran.
Yeah.
Zoran, thank you. I couldn't remember his name.
We counted 23 kills in
His name's not
Terrifier
Bob.
3. The victims consisted of 15 men, 7 women, and 1 unknown victim in the bomb explosion. That gives us this Terrifier
I love it, the bomb scene.
charge, which is unique thanks to the
Oh
unknown.
my god!
If it were a lady, it would match the first Hostel, and if it were a dude, it would match the Friday 9 recount. So there you go. With a runtime of 125 minutes,
recount,
Terrifier 3 had a
missed
kill
one
on
before, I
average
guess?
every 5.43 minutes. Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill could go to a lot of things, but I'll do the expected thing and give it to Cole. I'm sorry for anyone who wanted a surprise, but
Sure,
I mean, you're seeing his bits flop against a chainsaw blade. That's gonna make a lot of viewers wince and grab their chonies. That kind of physical
Oh, my
reaction
chonies.
deserves a reward. Double machete for lamest kill will go to Jonathan. The death of such an important character shouldn't
Wait,
leave
isn't Choni's underwear?
me wondering
I
if
guess you're correct. Yeah, okay.
it even happened for real. Like, I get the sentiment behind it, but I think it left a lot of people
That one's fine. Yeah, thinking about it, yeah. I said it was gonna be the guy that just gets stabbed, but
And that's it. Terrifier 3 came out in 2024 and became the highest grossing unrated film of all time.
almost 100 million, right, or something.
Until next time.
Which is crazy how big of a difference it was, right? Wasn't it like almost 100 million worldwide or something? It might even been more. No, 90 million. Okay, well, close. That's crazy how much more it did compared to the first one or the second one. The first one didn't do shit in theaters. All right.
I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
Oh, what's on
Welcome to your
video
last
games?
days.
Oh, I need to watch
on the
this.
Spaceship Tolpar.
This is a
catastrophic
mouthwashing, right?
accident has left you and your crew
I need
stranded.
to play this. This is coming to consoles. I might just wait until then to play it. So.
In space. And in space, no one can hear you lose your goddamn mind.
I love who I'm becoming. How about you?
Welcome to your
Oh, and
first
Pony
day
Express?
working for the Pony Express.
Always remember to log in.
Oh, isn't there a game called Pony Express? No, Pony something. The fuck is the game I'm thinking of? It's from like, I think it's from the Lorelei and the Laser Eye guys or whatever. Isn't there a game called
In
Pony
this
something?
video, we'll learn all about 2024's mouthwashing, which sees you leading a crew of blue-collar space truckers.
You know how it is. Pony Express being either cheap or lazy.
Oh, I didn't realize there was even voice acting.
It's hard work.
I haven't seen anything of this game.
Team bonding
I've seen
can solve.
the way it looks, but I haven't seen any gameplay.
Take part in a variety of activities, like puzzle solving.
I can't use this here.
And murder!
Do not kill your co-workers.
Oh.
And for the love of God, don't lose yourself to this well-written vision of workplace hell.
Will you shut up? So this week, clock in for a shift of mouthwashing.
Listen. This is the best part.
Then on Friday,
Oh, yeah,
celebrate
can't
your
wait.
allotted communal birthday
Yeah,
by
I'll be skipping this one because I want to play it myself.
watching
The Kill Count. Only on
Dead Meat.
It's over. End of the fucking line.
Oh, fucking line.
Major gaming platforms. Devneat always recommends you play the game for yourself before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own properly formed opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of playing a game.
Thanks a lot for watching this kill count for Terrifier 3. I didn't want to wait till Christmas to
pretty
do it just because, I mean, everyone's asking for it now. You got to give the people what they want.
You gotta give them what they
But it
want.
fits your plans, and it makes sense for the channel. Don't worry, we still got plenty of other Christmas stuff to look at in December. And also, we'll have some really good stuff to look at later this year, judging by what's coming out. I mean, we've got Companion, which rules. Hard Eyes had great kills. Final Destination fucking 6, dude. Yeah, can't wait for that one. I finally decided.
Hey! What the fuck? He forgot the most important one. I'm now trying to remember myself. What was the one that just came out? Oh no. I just forgot what it was, or it's about to wait. Oh no, I forgot what it was. The monkey. Where's the monkey?
The horror stickers I've collected over the years.
God damn it.
My water bottle.
Son of a bitch.
Real estate ran out real fast. I got some good ones on here.
Did you watch the monkey?
Fiends. That's our friend Vamp. Hey Vamp.
Yo,
Super
shout out to
Yaki.
Vamp.
We did some charity stuff with them. Screambox. We might be doing stuff with them soon. Classic monsters. Classic killers. Classic sharks.
Killers. I didn't know you did 28 weeks later.
Thanks to patrons like Zayden Hopkins, Robert Kelly, Dan Raleigh, and Robert E. Thanks everyone. Be good people.
Bye. Anyway. Eddie, I miss you. I miss you. You're a good guy. Anyway, so there you go. That's it. That was good. That was a good little recap right there. Good stuff. Golden Chainsaw goes to me.